Welcome back, your boy Phoenix here. Now we're gonna keep on our Tekken game for new characters, for any new players, and for anyone wants to improve that's been playing Tekken for a while. So now that we've gone through learning every move on the move list, and we've gone through learning launchers and learning plus frame moves, now we're gonna work on creating setups. And if you haven't gone through this, please check out my first video, how to learn any character in Tekken 7. It's going to give you the bases you need to, or the prerequisite for this video. And in this video, we're going to work on creating setups from our plus frame attacks. So we have two layers here, and what we're going to do is do down 2. Down 2 is +4 on block, +9 on hit, and it leaves the opponent crouching. So +4 on block, but it is a 21 frame move, so this is going to take a while to get out. But if this lands on a guarding opponent, let's have him guard, you are +4 right here. Now he is crouching, and one thing, a little bit of Tekken knowledge, is that when an opponent is crouching, rising 4 is normally 11 frames. I believe there's some special characters that may have a slower rising 4, but rising 4 is going to be your fastest rising move. It's going to be 11 frames. So me being +4 on block, I wanted to, at minimum, I want to do a 14 frame move to at least beat rising 4. Now there is also the crouch punch, which is going to be a lot faster, but we're going to talk about that in another video. Alright, so what we're going to do is I'm going to demonstrate what you should be doing with your character. Layers down 2 is +4 on block. So what I want to do is, because this one leaves the opponent crouching, they're going to have a chance to do rising 4, which is for most characters is going to be an 11 frame attack. So since I'm +4, I have 4 extra frames. That means I can do a 14 frame attack, which will essentially, for the opponent, beat them out because it'll come out 4 frames faster. It's a 14 frame attack that'll have 4+ frames of advantage because of the down 2. Leo's back 3, this is a 14 frame attack. Because I'm at a +4 advantage, it's essentially 10 frames. Think about it, I'm +4, -4 frames from any attack I do. +4 on block, now I can do 14 frame attack at 10 frames. So it takes a little bit of math, it's not hard to do. Let's say if I was +8, if I do a 14 frame attack, now I'm going to have +6. I'm sorry, it's going to be a 6 frame, essentially a 6 frame attack. So in order for the opponent to beat me out, he would have to do something faster, or a parry. He can do a parry too. Some characters have parries. He would have to do something faster than 6 frames if I'm +8. So if I'm +4 on down 2, he has to do something faster than 10 frames in order to beat me out, because I'm +4. So think of it as a little bit of math. I'm +4. Now my 14 frames are as fast as his 10 frames, right? Alright, so let's record him. And the attacks, I'm going to be the one trying to counter it. Alright, so just to make it easy, we're going to use back 4. This is 14 frames. And we're going to use down 2 because this is +4 on block. So with rising 4 being 11 frames, he should beat me out by 1 frame every time, and I should be getting counter hitted. Now, what we want you to do with whatever character you have, we want you to find your plus frame attacks on the Tekken 7 Chicken Plus app. If you have, let's say you have King, and you're doing chest bump forward 1+2, which is +5 on block. We know that King's back 1 is 13 frames. So your +5 on block, your back 1's 13 frames. So now back 1 is essentially 8 frames. right? So that'd be an example for king. Let's go with Li Chaolan. If you're playing Li Chaolan and your plus frame move is your running 3-4, we know that running 3-4 is going to be +3 on block, and you want to do 4 as your next attack. Standing 4 is going to be 11 frames for Li Chaolan. So essentially, your standing 4 after +3 is going to be an 8 frame attack. So it's going to beat out any jab or anything the opponent does. Assuming that he's not using anything with crushing properties. Yes, assuming that he's not using anything with crushing properties, right? Alright. So let's play this and see how it goes. As you can see, I'm getting stuffed on every rising forward. This is my fastest rising move. So I can't do anything about this. This is the advantage of plus frames. It's still your turn. Your opponent has to respect you on these plus frames. This also gives you a chance for setups. You'll see some people, they'll do a plus frame attack and they're not locked into doing a 14 frame or lower attack, but to make sure the opponent respects you, people online, they mash a lot of buttons. Some opponents you get, they don't know what plus frames are, they're gonna mash buttons. So you want to have in your bag are the attacks that are going to work when you are plus whatever your character is, and you want to have 3 go-to attacks. You want to have an attack that's going to be fast enough to stuff anything they do, and for the smarter players that you fight, they're going to learn how to counter this. So there is a way to counter this, and I'll show you. You can sidestep it. It's very linear. It's a linear attack. If your opponent's good, he's gonna learn to sidestep it. He's gonna learn this throughout your fight, throughout your multiple battles. It's a little hard to sidestep, might be kind of risky, but let's say they get that one sidestep they need. Like you see, I can't sidestep it that well, but it's sidesteppable. So what you want to do? Oh, stop him. Are you going to come up with extra tactics? So let's say you've been doing this, you've been doing your plus move into your guaranteed follow-up, which stuffs the opponent no matter. And your opponent finds, oh, now that he's doing that, and do a swing back attack, or let's say he does a sidestep attack. Oh, I'm crouching. I'm sorry, I can't. But okay, stop, Leo. He does like a sidestep attack to counter your plus frames, or he does a sway back attack to counter your plus frames. Or maybe he'll do a crushing attack to counter your plus frames. Because you're not, plus a million and it's not 100%. That's where the mix-up comes in. Because now he knows what you're gonna do. Or you can keep him locked down if he doesn't know what he's gonna do. If he's just gonna keep respecting you, letting you do this, by all means, carry on. So you got your plus frame attack, you got your follow-up. Now you want to do counters. Say if your opponent's going to sidestep you, Leo has this, which catch sidestep. It's going to catch sidestep. So people who are sidestepping are not blocking. So he knows your plus. Now he's going to sidestep because you've learned this because he sidestepped one of these. This is what you've been doing. He sidestepped it. Now you want to go to your alternative. This is going to now strike fear into the opponent. Whether, oh man, should I sidestep this one, or should I just let him, or just take the block on the back 3, or maybe I'll take the block on a forward 2, because forward 2 is 14 frames. Your opponent now has to make a choice, like, do I want to try to avoid this because I want to do pressure, or do I just block and let him continue his pressure? Because if he gets hit, now you continue your pressure. And now he has to stay on the defensive. And then I'll go further into staying on the offensive with plus frame attacks in a later video. But right now we're gonna focus on what you do after your plus frame attack. So let's say put the opponent on guard. Guard. Alright, so now you've got your plus frame attack. You've got 3 different things that you want to do from your plus frames. You're plus 5 with Feng Wei, and since you're plus 5, you want to do sweeps with Feng Wei because the opponent is either respecting you have enough frames that you can do a sweep safely to beat out anything the opponent may try to counterattack with, right? So let's go with L, +9. Now that the opponent is respecting you on plus frames and he knows that he has to block, now we create a chance for us to do 50-50s. So Leo's, I think it's called Bajin Juje. I can't say, all his moves are in Chinese, or Ba Shao Jin Shao Ju, something around those lines. Very hard to say, but it's just 9 for Leo. So let's say if you hit the opponent with something that's plus, release the opponent in a big stun with your character. Now if your character has a sweep and a hop kick, not all characters have hop kicks. Oh, he's on guard, all no wonder he blocked that. Disrespecting like that. But if he has a sweep, which allows you to keep advantage because it knocks down, I'll just put him on. And so let's put him on stand guard. Alright, so he has a sweep. This allows you to keep advantage, plus it gives you good damage with your character. If you play Kazuya, you'll have the health. If you play Feng Wei, you'll have a combo starting sweep. You also have sidestep sweeps. And this is after your big plus frame moves. This is creating a 50-50. Leo's +9. Your opponent almost can't do anything from big stuns like this. So this is your chance to mix it up with high risk, high reward attacks. I believe a lot of sweeps that don't lead into combos like Leo's are more of medium reward into high risk. But things like Feng Wei's sidestep sweep, which gets you a full combo, is a high risk, high reward, because you get a better reward. I get, you know, not 39 damage, I'm in rage for some reason. I don't know why I'm in rage. But boom, 36 damage from a sweep with Leo. With your character, you may get a full combo if you play Brian. You may get a full combo if you play Lily. It all depends, but Lily's sweep is a lot longer to see. But once you get those plus frames, this is a 50-50. Now your opponent, if you have quick sweeps or quick lows, I can't think anymore of Leo lows. Quick sweeps and quick lows, those are gonna create opportunities for you to get poking damage in, but we're not going into poking right now. So this is gonna create a 50-50. Now let's say you hit your opponent with a few of these +9 attacks or +8 attacks, whatever your character has. Then you do a sweep. Now your opponent's like, oh, you know, even though he was +9 and I blocked, I lost the advantage. And he took, and also took damage. Or maybe you just did simple that you did your +4 into a sweep. This is creating 50-50s because you're getting damage off on the opponent. Now he's going to be afraid next time you do this. And the sweep is an easy mix-up with hop kicks or with any mid attacks. Any mid attacks stay safe. So Leo has back 2. Back 2 is 15 frames, and it has an extension of back 2 1, back 2 1+2. Now your character is going to have different extensions. They're going to have different attacks. What you're going to do is find these attacks. They're going to work well with the amount of plus frames you get from the attack that was blocked. Alright, so what I'm trying to say, plus frame attacks, you have a 50-50 chance for a high risk, high reward hop kick, or medium to high risk, medium to high reward sweeps, which allow you to keep advantage and also give damage. And also you can get combos which wall carry, all those good things. Otherwise you can always go for simple things at the plus frames, which, you know, low reward, low risk, low reward, medium risk. Some people like the low parry in the higher levels, so this may get low parried. You might lose 40 to 50. You know, it just all depends on who you're fighting. Some people will catch a counter hit because they don't know how to stop hitting buttons, and you'll get the follow up on it. It all depends on who you're fighting. You have to learn who you're fighting. That's a part of the game too. But these plus frames are going to help you against higher level players and also against lower level players, because you're going to be able to know, what should I do next? Now that I've done this, now I know that I should be doing this attack or this attack or this attack after my plus frame attack. I'm working to get plus frame attacks. Now I can do this, or I can do this, and it's going to stuff any option that the opponent's going to try to do, and you're able to continue pressure. Also keep 50-50 opportunities such as sweeps and hop kicks. And I believe that's going to be it for this video. So if you have any more questions on plus frame attacks, you know, you can leave it in the comments. I'll cover it in another video. Anything I may have missed, I'll cover it in another video. The next video we're going to do is holding the advantage with negative frame moves. So things like down forward 1 is negative. This -1 on block. Most characters are 13 frame down forward 1s. You got your special occasions like Kazuya and Brian, who have longer frame down forward 1s, like, you know, 16 frame and 15 frame down forward 1s. But most characters are going to be 13 frames and then -1 on block. But you'll see a lot of pro players that actually hold an advantage by doing down forward 1s, because it's mid and -1 essentially comes out to being 14 frames on the second one, which can easily be stuffed by something faster, which is going to be a 10 frame jab. Since you are -1, that means your opponent's jab is going to come out at 9 frames. It's going to be a frame faster. So how do you get pressure by negative moves? That's what we'll cover in the next video. So thank y'all for watching, and I'll catch you on the next one.